Hello again from me, Caitlin, at Macros and Metcons. Today we're going to talk about some nutrition tips while traveling. I read a quote once that was like, traveling is the only thing that you spend money on that makes you richer. And so when you do travel, you don't have to stress about your nutrition if you are involved in something like flexible dieting and tracking your macros. Now, there is a huge asterisk on everything I'm about to say, because the bottom line is if you don't want to track while you're on vacation, that's totally okay. You have to do what's right for you and your goals, and I will work with you as your nutrition coach to make sure that even if you aren't going to track, you're still going to have a great time, you're still going to make the best choices possible, and you're going to come back feeling great and ready to go. So these tips are more geared towards people who are trying to be more diligent and strict while traveling, but you can pick and choose the ones that you want to use. So the first one, the big one, is going to be researching your destination beforehand. Look for grocery stores nearby, especially if you're staying in something like an Airbnb in a neighborhood. Look up your restaurant options and what your hotel, if you're staying in a hotel, will have available. Do they have a continental breakfast? Is there a kitchenette in the room? Do you have a refrigerator and a microwave, or just hot water and a coffee pot? Any of those things you can make work. And then another big thing too, is there a gym at the hotel or lobby or hotel, or is there one nearby that you can drop into? But all of these things will make a difference in how you're gonna pack for your trip. So a big one is bring snacks. It's super easy to travel with food at this point for the most part, whether you're flying or driving. And you can pick a variety of items that, again, are gonna work best for you and your goals. If you're hitting the road for a road trip, you have a little bit more flexibility on what you can bring, because obviously you can bring some more perishable items because you can pack them in a cooler. But if you're flying, non-perishables is going to be the way to go. So a few options are like fruit or dried fruit, nuts, single serving packets of nut butter like peanut butter or almond butter, and then the single serving packs of hummus or guacamole. Those are all great options. Protein or fruit and nut bars or granola bars. Canned tuna is another option. They also have those little like tuna packets that you can buy. Single serve packets of oatmeal, crackers, popcorn, rice cakes, and then the fruit and vegetable squeeze packs, which are essentially baby food, but they're very convenient for carbohydrates. And again, these are just some perishable and non-perishable items that you can bring with you. Another big thing is supplements. So I know like the number one thing I hear from my clients when they're traveling is that they're worried about protein, because most of them do have, a moderate protein intake. So I suggest packing a protein powder. You can throw it in a Ziploc bag, or you can pack it in a container. You can bring a whole tub if you want to. I had one of my clients actually they were going to visit their parents, and they ordered on Amazon like a protein jug or whatever, and just had it sent to their parents' house, so it was just there and ready to go. So that's an option. Protein powder is going to be the big one if you really want to stay on top of your protein intake, and it's pretty easy to travel with. And then I also would suggest like a greens powder. I really love the Amazing Grass Green Superfood, and then a daily multivitamin. The other big thing is going to be drink lots of water. Bring a refillable water bottle with you and stay hydrated. You're going to feel better in the long run because you're going to be flushing all those toxins out of your system, especially if you're traveling in the air. I know I always end up feeling really swollen and bloated afterwards. And I know that when I hydrate, I feel a lot better when I get off that plane. You should have seen my ankles when I got off of the plane to Thailand. They were like this big. So don't do that. If you do have a kitchen where you're staying, hit the local grocery store so you can, make a few meals yourself. Places like Whole Foods, Sprouts, Fry's, do have some pre-cooked items too that you can heat up, especially if you're just limited to like a refrigerator and a microwave. And then even, just a coffee pot with some hot water, like I said before, means you can have instant oatmeal. So all of those are going to be options for you, regardless of kind of what you have available. This one is kind of a hit or miss, but I do have clients that do this. You can bring a portable food scale with you. They have little mini ones on Amazon that are like the size of your phone. But those, especially if you're trying to be really diligent, if you're trying to make weight for something, or if you're just really, really trying to stay on top of it, a portable food scale is going to be really helpful. And I think they're less than $20 on Amazon. And again, this completely depends on your goals. And don't worry, especially this is regardless of whether you're traveling or if you're just going out to eat. Like, don't worry about people looking at you like a crazy person if you're weighing your food, because the bottom line is this is about your goals, and not theirs. So don't worry about it. If you're going to eat out quite a bit during your trip, research the restaurants that are near you, or if you know that you're going to a certain restaurant for like a special dinner or something, and pick out what you're going to eat. If you know that you're going to like a really nice steakhouse, pick out your steak beforehand and your sides so that you can prepare for that. And that goes for eating out regardless. You can hop onto MyFitnessPal. If there are any restaurants in the area that have that nutrition information in there, that's going to be really beneficial for you. And then if there's not, and you are still trying to really stay on track of it, this is a really big tip that I give to everybody. But let's say, for example, you know that you're going to Chicago, right? And you're going to eat deep dish pizza. And the restaurant that you're going to doesn't have any nutrition information on MyFitnessPal. What you can do is get onto MyFitnessPal anyway, search deep dish pizza, and there's going to be a slew of options. And just use a little bit of common sense, figure out how much you're going to eat. Maybe it's half a pizza. A lot of times it'll show like the inches of the pizza too, so you can kind of determine that from there. And then, again, use common sense or talk to me, your coach, and see, pick out what you think is going to be the most accurate for you. And again, big asterisks, that's totally up to you. And then the last really big tip, especially if you are, already in a fitness regimen, bring gym gear with you. Bring a pair of leggings, bring, some comfortable shorts, bring a pair of tennis shoes. And if there's a gym nearby, drop in for a workout. Even if it's an LA Fitness or something like that, you can still go get a good workout in. You're going to feel better in the long run. Sometimes hotels will have gyms already in them, so you can put together a little workout with some dumbbells or something like that. And then if you do have your own jump rope, you can bring your jump rope too, and you can even jump rope in your hotel room. And then the biggest one is running is free, obviously. It's a great way to get out and explore wherever you're staying. So you can always take, a little jog around the city just to get your heart going, get a sweat on. And again, all of these are really just meant for you to feel better in the long run when you come back. And the last thing, like I said at the beginning, big asterisk, all of this depends on you and your goals. So if there's some of these that you like, some of these that you don't like, that's totally okay. You can pick and choose what you want to. I just want you to be as successful as possible and still enjoy yourself while you're on your vacation.